More than 2,000 years ago, in the rugged land of Macedonia, a boy was born who would change the course of history. His name was Alexander. Raised to believe he was destined for greatness, taught by the philosopher Aristotle, and driven by an unshakable ambition, he would grow to conquer lands stretching from Greece to Egypt and India. Northern Greece, 356 BCE. In the Kingdom of Macedonia, a child is born to King Philip II and Queen Olympias. They name him Alexander. From the beginning, his mother tells him he is destined for greatness, a descendant of heroes like Achilles. None could imagine that this boy would one day conquer the known world. As a child, Alexander is given a remarkable gift, the greatest teacher of his age, the philosopher Aristotle. Under his guidance, Alexander learns philosophy, medicine, politics, and the dream of a united world. More than swords and battles, Aristotle gives Alexander a vision, a belief that knowledge and leadership can shape empires. When Alexander is just 20, tragedy strikes. His father, King Philip, is assassinated. Suddenly, Alexander becomes king of Macedonia. Enemies believe he is too young, too inexperienced to rule. Rebellions rise across Greece. But Alexander acts swiftly and crushes them all, showing the world that a fearless new leader has arrived. In 334 BCE, Alexander sets his eyes on the greatest power of the time, the Persian Empire. With only 40,000 men, he crosses into Asia. At the Battle of Issus, he faces King Darius III, ruler of millions. Outnumbered, Alexander's brilliant strategy and fierce cavalry break through the Persian lines. Darius flees the battlefield, leaving his family behind. For the first time, Persia knows fear. 2 years later, in 331 BCE, the Persians gather their full strength at Gaugamela. Tens of thousands of troops, war chariots, and endless soldiers stand ready. But Alexander does not falter. With perfect tactics, he breaks through the center and drives Darius to flee once more. The Persian Empire collapses. Alexander, at just 25 years old, is now the master of Asia. After Persia falls, Alexander marches south into Egypt. Unlike other conquerors, he is welcomed as a liberator. The priests of Egypt crown him pharaoh, calling him the son of Zeus. To honor his new empire, Alexander founds a city on the Nile, Alexandria, which will one day become a shining center of learning and culture. In Alexandria, Alexander's vision takes shape. Streets are designed, temples rise, and a lighthouse, one of the wonders of the ancient world, will soon guide ships across the Mediterranean. Though Alexander is a warrior, he is also a builder, leaving behind cities that spread Greek culture across the world. But Alexander's hunger for conquest does not stop. He marches further east, into India. At the Battle of the Hydaspes River, he meets King Porus, who commands mighty war elephants. The clash is brutal, unlike anything Alexander's men have faced. Yet once again, Alexander triumphs. Impressed by Porus' courage, he does not kill him, but makes him an ally, a sign of his respect for bravery, even in an enemy. By now, Alexander's empire stretches thousands of miles. But his soldiers are weary. At the edge of India, after years of endless marching and battles, they refuse to go further east. For the first time, Alexander must turn back. His dream of conquering the entire world will remain unfulfilled. In 323 BCE, Alexander returns to Babylon, the heart of his empire. But suddenly, at only 32 years old, he falls gravely ill. On his deathbed, when asked who should succeed him, Alexander whispers, "To the strongest." And with those final words, the greatest conqueror of the ancient world is gone. Though his life was short, Alexander's impact was eternal. He spread Greek culture, language, and ideas across 3 continents. He founded more than 20 cities, many named Alexandria. Generals, kings, and emperors for centuries studied his battles, trying to match his genius. Alexander did not just conquer lands, he conquered history itself. Even today, his name lives on, Alexander the Great.